Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So my girl Jess is here today and we're going to be doing a color correction technically. We're going to do a full foil tip out ends. We're going to try to release all this coppery demi-permanent Redken Shades EQ that we've done before. You guys seen the last video, it was from months and months ago, just a couple weeks ago because I took a little break and everything was behind. But you guys seen it, I didn't like the video we did. I didn't like the final result, but then once it faded up after a couple of months and she came to get her wefts moved up, we were in love with it. But now it's time to get rid of that old hair, get some new hair. She got 2 half bags of wefts, a bag of tapes. We want to get her as bright blonde as possible, and let's just keep our fingers crossed that her hair is not going to fall off and it's all going to go good. If this is something you want to see and just check out and see what happens, keep watching. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I have my girl Jess back in my chair. About 2 or 3 videos ago, you guys seen a video we shot way back. I'm talking back in November. We took her a strawberry copper, and today we're going to kick that copper out and bring her back to bright blonde. So if you want to learn some tips and tricks along the way, grab a drink, grab a snack, and settle on in. So we are using Schwarzkopf Blonde Me 20 volume with a 16th ounce of Olaplex, and we are actually going to be overlapping roots to ends. Her hair is strong. I know she has a little bit of layers and breakage. Her hair was in a very bad state when I first started doing her hair about 2-3 years ago. Come to find out, her hair is just like that. It doesn't grow past a certain stage, but we have been implementing dustings, I like to call them. I showed you guys that a few videos ago. But maybe I'll actually do an in-depth haircut tutorial and the tricks I've been doing to get those little, little splits that travel and cause the hair to keep getting shorter and shorter and not keeping the length. But we are going to go in there and we're going to overlap. Sometimes you got to use the products that are required to get lighter. She knew when we went strawberry blonde copper that we were going to have to eventually overlap and kick that out because eventually she would want to go back to brightness for the springtime. So like I said many times in my videos before, I'm not scared to overlap. A lot of hairdressers are terrified, and I think it all happens from hair school. There's ways to do it. Be doing it smart, be doing it the right way, using bond builders, lighteners that have bond builders built in them. There's millions of ways to do it, and at the end of the day, there is always a risk of damage. As long as you and your client agree, then that's all that matters. One of my biggest tips, and I've been literally saying this for years, ever since I started YouTube. If you're an OG Brett Ryan supporter, you've heard me say it 1,000 times. You're probably sick of hearing me say it. But when a blonde wants to go darker, be it blonde, brunette, copper, anything, demi-permanent. Say it with me, demi-permanent. If you use permanent, this would never get light in one session. We would go through multiple sessions. It would be worse on the hair. Her hair would probably not be able to handle it, and it would probably snap off after 1 or 2 sessions, 3 sessions. But demi-permanent does last, and there's this myth that, permanent lasts forever and demi is temporary. That is not true. All color fades. It doesn't matter what color it is, demi, semi, permanent, they all fade. It's just permanent means that the hair will never go back to its original state of color because it has permanently been altered. That pigment goes into the cuticle, it goes into the hair, where a demi-permanent just stains the hair.
I'm not gonna play nice. I'll be the witch you tell your friends about. I'm the crazy ex-girl you pretend you don't know, 'cause you know I could ruin your life. Rumor has it you have someone new. She'll regret you like a bad tattoo, 'cause you'll never change, you'll always stay the same. Go on and tell all your friends all about me. I don't give a nothing sticks to me, baby. Yes, hon, I'm Teflon, I don't give an F, so go ahead.
Alright guys, when I do my baby lights, I like them very finely stitched where they almost look like a slice. I'm going to slow it down really quickly, but I do it differently than anybody I've ever seen. If you watch closely, I literally am spinning that comb as if I am spinning spiral circles. I don't know how I did that when I first started and I loved baby lights, but it kind of is like a twist of the wrist without too much movement, and I kid you not, it works very well. It's still a stitch, technically, but it does look like a slice. That's how I like them done. I like the way they look. You guys know I've always been a huge fan of baby lights. I do them 95% of the time. I know the more dimensional, thicker stitches are becoming more popular. I've been doing them a little bit more than I ever have. There was like 2 years of my career I would never even do one. So I've come far, and I have been doing a lot of them lately. And you'll see that in more tutorials, but there's still ways of doing it where it's not chunky. And my regular stitch, regular highlight weave actually looks like somebody's normal baby light. That's how small they are, but you still see the dimension. So I just wanted to throw that in there.
Baby, you're not man enough. 'Cause I speak my mind, yeah, I spit it out. I don't care about if you think that I'm a little bit too much. I'm not gonna play cool when you take me for a damn fool. I'm just so sick of it. Can't believe that I've been with someone like you. Don't forget I know your secrets too. In a minute I can spill the truth. 'Cause you'll never change, you'll always stay the same. Go on and tell all your friends all about me. I don't give up, nothing sticks to me, baby. Yes, hon, I'm Teflon, I don't give it up, so go ahead and tell them.
My girl is done. Look how tightly packed these baby lights are. And we did all the dropouts, and she is going to be blonde. The only dimension that will be left is right around here. So what I'm thinking, if a worst case situation, because you can only go so far when you have the tipped out ends, it should all merge together and just look like a nice root shadow. We can shadow her or whatever. Worst comes to worst, we can tap it and then do one level darker or lighter and just counteract a little bit with a little ash. We'll see what happens when we rinse it. But we're gonna let her process for a little while, and then we'll be back and show you the toning portion.
I'm a little bit too much for ya. Maybe you're not man enough. 'Cause I speak my mind, yeah, I spit it out. I don't care about if you think that I'm a little bit too much for ya. Maybe you're not man enough. 'Cause I speak my mind, yeah, I spit it out. I don't care about if you think that I'm a little bit too much. Little bit too much. A little bit too much. A little bit too much. I'm a little bit too much.
Alright, so I mixed up Redken Shades EQ 7N and 5NA equal parts. That's going to give us a level 6, which is her natural level. Guys, you know I only ever use a drop of NA in my formula for the root toner, but I only ever use a half or anything like that or more is when I really need it. So you see there's a little bit of brass in that root area, but my plan is I always have a treatment, Olaplex 2, Fiberfix 2, or a conditioning mask on the mids and ends. So you can see we have that mid area where, you know, I couldn't get to, that was in between the foils. I'm going to take my brush every couple of sections and I'm going to blend it down. By doing that, it's going to cancel out some of that warmth in that mid area without having to actually charge her an extra $20 and do another toner, which would be a mid toner. So I'm basically killing two birds in one stone and really dragging that root shadow down, and that will help eliminate some of that brass in the mid area. When we wash it all out, do not be scared of the darkness. Just trust me. I told her it looks scary, but you got to trust me. And she did. She trusted the process, and I cannot wait for you guys to see the final results at the end. Trust me, it does not look this dark at all.
I'm not gonna play nice. I'll be the witch you tell your friends about. I'm the crazy ex-girl you pretend you don't know, 'cause you know I could ruin your life. Rumor has it you have someone new. She'll regret you like a bad tattoo. 'Cause you'll never change, you'll always stay the same. Go on and tell all your friends all about me. I don't give a nothing sticks to me, baby. Yes, hon, I'm Teflon, I don't give an F, so go ahead and tell them.
Alright guys, so now we mixed up our global toner. I mixed up 3 different shades. I'm doing 10G, 9NB, and 9P. She lifted very well, and I'm actually waiting until about the last minute to apply the root tap, which you see me doing right now around the hairline. I always tap that at the last minute or two, but because it's so ashy and we want to keep her money pieces really bright, I literally tap it, comb it through, and then the side I started on, I rinse off first so that the other side has that 30 seconds to process. And then I'm going to rinse everything off, including the Olaplex 2 treatment on the mids and ends. And then we're going to go in and tone her all over globally.
Go on and tell all your friends all about me. I don't give a nothing sticks to me, baby. Yes, hon, I'm Teflon. I don't give an F, so go ahead and tell them I'm a little bit too much for ya. Speak my mind, yeah, spit it out. I don't care about if you think that I'm a little bit too much for you. Maybe you're not man enough. 'Cause I speak my mind, yeah, spit it out. I don't care about if you think that I'm a little bit too much. I'm not gonna play cool when you take me for a damn fool. I'm just so sick of it. Can't believe that I've been with someone like you. Don't forget I know your secrets too. In a minute I can spill the truth. 'Cause you'll never change, you'll always stay the same. Go on and tell all your friends all about me. I don't give a nothing sticks to me, baby. Yes, hon, I'm Teflon. I don't give an F, so go ahead and tell them I'm a little bit too much for ya. Maybe you're not man enough. 'Cause I speak my mind, yeah, spit it out. I don't care about if you think that I'm a little bit too much for ya. Maybe you're not man enough. 'Cause I speak my mind, yeah, spit it out. I don't care about if you think that I'm a little bit too much. Little bit too much.
Alright guys, so I'm going to continue to tone her up, then we're going to rinse, condition, blow dry her, apply her weft, and we're doing 1 row weft, 6 bundles on that row, and a bag of tapes for fullness to fill out any spaces and spots, and then I'm going to show you guys the final results. I hope you learned something from today's tutorial. I love you guys so very much. I will see you in the next one. Like, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff, and as always, so long for now guys. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
'Cause it's